Hello, and welcome to something completely new and different. Yes, this is an older game. Whatever, we'll do this. So yes, we're playing through Pokemon Sword. I've never actually played through Sword on my channel before, so we're going to go ahead and actually read all the dialogue and everything. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. Our beloved Galar region is a wonderful place with thriving nature, beautiful cities, and many Pokemon with which we share our lives. As you know, our society is able to thrive thanks to help from these mysterious creatures that we call Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon are all around us, in the sea, in the sky, and even with us in our towns. And those of us who choose to raise and train Pokemon to do battle and compete, we call Pokemon trainers. Oh, but I'm getting carried away. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rose, and it is a pleasure to be here. Now turn your gaze to the Galar region's greatest Pokemon trainer, your undefeated champion. It's time for Champion Leon's exhibition match. Exhibition or not, Leon, your pristine record is about to end when I beat you here today. You know I don't lose battles, Raihan. Charizard, Dynamax! That's actually a Gigantamax. You said that wrong. There's a difference between them. Dynamax doesn't change the Pokemon's form. This is not going to be a normal playthrough of the game, but it's going to start off looking normal, so I'm not going to denote what's different until it gets around to that point, okay? Hello, hello. Oh, that your flash new phone, Emily? Were you watching Lee's exhibition match on it? But you can't cheer him on with your hands full. You know the only way to properly cheer on Lee would be with his famous Charizard pose. Ah, didn't expect to see you here today, dear. Isn't this the big day? Yeah, that's exactly why I came running over to get Emily. Never mind watching the match now. I've got it recording at home anyway. I record all my brother's matches. Come with me, Emily. He should be here any minute. And Lee always brings presents when he visits, so I wouldn't forget that bag if I were you. Now I've got to run. See you at mine later. And yes, we are in control now. Very first thing you want to do is open the menu, go to options, go down to autosave and turn it off. Because the autosave in this game has a memory leak, so you don't want to have that on. It makes the game unstable. Then we're going to have set, send to boxes, automatic. Don't give nicknames. JavaScript doesn't matter. And everything else I want to keep as is. And then I want to save. Alright. So, as this is the first time actually playing through this game on my stream, I am actually going to go ahead and read all the dialogue and everything, even though I have played this game about a dozen times already. Rushing off in that state, Emily? Didn't Hop say you should bring your bag? I last saw it in your room, and don't forget to grab a hat for the weather. Grabbed your mom's old bag. Adventure Guide. Open the X menu by pressing the X button. You can save your progress by selecting Save from the X menu. You can also check your location and your next destination by selecting the town map. And you can check this adventure guide anytime you want in the key items section of your bag. Oh, don't you look a treat. I knew that bag would suit you. Now hurry along. Hop is waiting, isn't he? But remember, no going into the forest for the two of you. Haha! Have a look at you, Emily. That old bag looks like it could pull you over. At least we know that it should hold anything Lee might bring, even if it's as big as a Snorlax. A Wooloo? But what's it doing here? Hey, you silly Wooloo! I see what you're up to. Don't go using tackle on the fencing. Now you listen. No going past that fence. No! Everyone knows that there are scary Pokemon living in the Slumbering Weald. Eh? Now that that's taken care of, yeah, sure. How about it, Emily? Let's race. Bet I can make it to my house first, but with you lugging around that big old bag. Considering we can't at all move during this cutscene, yes. Yes, you will. Power of Science is amazing! Now you can battle and trade Pokemon with other people just by walking around! Isn't that super amazing? There's one of these guys in, like, every single game, talking about the new innovations in trading and so on. Hey, Emily, Hop was looking for you, you know? But no need to go to the next town to find him when he lives right next door, right? No hidden items or anything for us to pick up. Mom, is he here? There you are at last, Hop. Oh, and you've brought along Emily. Hello, dear. Yeah, but where's Lee? Have you got him crammed in a cupboard? Still not here yet, for the 100th time. Honestly, Hop, you must learn some patience. He's probably only just arrived at the station in Wedgehurst. And that's where I'm going. You know how Lee is hopeless with directions. I'll make sure he doesn't get lost on the way. Oh, will you? Yes, that is probably for the best. You've got to come with me. Come with, Emily. You've still never met my big bro, right? You can't miss out on your chance to meet the undefeated champion. I'll wait for you out on the route. Not really anything to find by looking around in his house. And the route is literally a straight shot. Let's get a move on. Only remember, Emily, wild Pokemon can come out of nowhere if you walk through patches of tall grass. I got my Wooloo with me, so I'm ready for battles against wild Pokemon, of course. But not you, Emily, so we'll steer clear of the tall grass as we go. Not that we have a choice, because Wooloo are blocking the way. Oh, no. I thought they were, but maybe they aren't. No wandering into that tall grass for you if you've got no Pokemon of your own, mate. Fine. I was only gonna be there for a little bit. You're only there for a little bit, nothing could come out, right? That's the logic of your rival in, BDSP. Hello, hello, Wedgehurst. Your champion, Leon, is back. I promise I'll keep doing my best to deliver the greatest battles for you all to watch. It's our unbeatable champion. Leon, you and Charizard are the greatest. Well, thank you for that. I hope you all carry on training up your Pokemon and never shy from battle. Then come challenge me for the champion title. We're on it. We've all been working on our battle skills just like you've taught us to, Lee. That Charizard of yours is too strong for the likes of us to take on. Too true that Charizard is blazingly strong, but other Pokemon can be strong as well. That's why I want the strongest of challengers to fill the gym challenge and come battle me. My wish is for Galar's trainers to work together to become the strongest in all the world. Lee! Ah! So, my #1 fan in all the world has come out of his way to pick me up. Look at you, Hop. I reckon you've grown exactly 1.25 inches since the last time I saw you. Bingo! That's the sort of sharp eye that's kept you undefeated for so long, eh, Lee? And these bright eyes over here? Got it! You must be Emily, am I right? I've heard loads about you from my little brother. I'm the Galar region's greatest ever Pokemon champion, and a massive Charizard fan, too. People call me the unbeatable Leon. Come on, Lee. And you, Emily. Bet I can beat you, the both of you back home. That Hop. Always wanting to be the best, isn't he? With a proper rival of his own, I bet he'd push himself to be become something truly special. Well, everyone, I bid you farewell for today, but don't you fret. I'll always be around to make sure everyone in Galar can have a champion time. I forgot to turn this on earlier. We will have a losses counter, but that's not going to matter too much for a while. Come on, Lee. You promised us a present, so out with it. You brought Emily and me Pokemon. You did, didn't you? I know you must have. Right then, the greatest gift from the greatest champion. It's showtime, everyone. Take a good look, you two. The Grass-type Pokemon Grookey, the Fire-type Pokemon Scorbunny, and the Water-type Pokemon Sobble. Alright, line up, everyone. I really like this little animation that they made for him. Which will you choose? Per the restrictions of what I'm doing for the challenge here that I haven't detailed, I absolutely have no choice here. Go on, you pick first. I've already got my Wooloo after all. I have to go with Sobble. It's literally impossible to fulfill the challenge with any other Pokemon. That's the water type, Sobble. It adapts to anything, and surely as water flows. Going with the water type Pokemon Sobble? Yes. Choose Sobble. Sobble has been added to your party. So it'll be Sobble for you. Nice one. Then I'll go with Score Bunny. You're mine. I'm aiming to be the next champion, so be ready. You and I will be doing some serious training. I bet you will be, Hop. That's why I brought along these Pokemon for you and Emily. So the two of you can battle and train and grow stronger together to try to reach me. And you'll come with me. Charizard will show you the ropes. He's strict, but real strong and real kind too. Alright, enough of all this trainer nonsense for one night. Dinner's ready, children. Bring along your Pokemon, and let's all eat. The next day, you spent the whole night with that new partner of yours, right, Hop? You two getting on all right? Understanding one another? Maybe even built up a bit of love? Of course I have, Lee. Emily's made fast friends with her Sobble, too. And listen up, new trainers. Believe in yourself and your Pokemon. If you trust in one another and carry on battling side by side long enough, then someday you might even become worthy rivals for me, the unbeatable champion. What are you looking at her for, Lee? I'm the one who will be coming to challenge you. Do you think Emily might be able to challenge you? Then I guess she's my first rival. But I'm not planning to lose to her and miss out on my chance to beat the unbeatable champion. Just having a Pokemon with you that doesn't make you a real trainer, you know. Proper trainers raise their Pokemon up to be first-rate in battle, too. Oh, and you think you're worthy of calling yourself a proper trainer already, Hop? Guess I'll be the judge of that. Let's see how you handle yourself in a battle against your friend, if she's up for it. What do you say? Willing and ready to take on Hop in the first ever Pokemon battle of your life? Not my first ever. And how about I give you a spot of advice? You don't want to go getting so caught up in things that you forget everything you've accomplished till now. Take a moment to jot down what you've done in order to save a record of your progress. Thankfully, saving is just hit R. Can I leave now? Where do you think you're off to, then? We're having a battle, you and me. Fine. Me and Scorbunny are ready to have a go at you anytime. What do you say? Fine, yes. Believe in your partner Pokemon, and care for them too, with all your heart. Do those two things, and I'm certain you'll learn to choose the moves that suit your Pokemon. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. I haven't detailed the restrictions yet, but because they aren't relevant yet, but you'll see why I can't really fulfill that. And more importantly, to have a champion time battling with them. Looks like everyone's on board, Pokemon and trainers alike, then let's do this. I've watched every match that Lee's ever had. I've read every book and magazine he left behind at home too. I know exactly what to do in order to win. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Hop. Got a Wooloo. And I have a Sobble. Thankfully his Wooloo is pretty bad. Pokemon battle it is then. I've got two partners with me. This always gives you a level up. I get water gun from it. It's not over yet. I've added another trusty ally to my team. This always gives you level 6 for these Pokemon. Always gives you the stab move, so that you can win this next fight very easily. Did you already know about type advantage? Type advantages? Whether you did or not, you will. If you decide just... Oh wow, he got a critical hit. That's amazing. If you decide to just use your new move. You beat my 2 Pokemon with your 1? You and that Sobble are too much. Well, that was a shock. Guess I now know why Lee thought he should give you a Pokemon too. You and your Pokemon all fought hard. Made me almost want to let out Charizard and join in on all the fun. Good effort out there, Sobble. Why don't I get you all sorted? And Emily, you've got real promise. In fact, I've got a favor to ask you. Be a real rival to Hawk, would you? Push him, and make the both of you stronger. I already want to get stronger and stronger. You've seen me battle now, Lee, so come on. You've got to let me take on the Pokemon gyms. You? Join the gym challenge? You think you're ready for the single greatest competition in the Galar region? Not putting the cart before the Rapidash there, little brother? If that's really what you want to do, you two have a whole lot you need to learn about Pokemon. Especially your friend Emily. Before you think about getting gym badges, best to think about getting a Pokedex. A trainer's Pokedex helps them learn lots of things about all the Pokemon out there, including their strengths. But it's more than just a collection of data, you know. It's a record of a trainer's love and passion for Pokemon training. Right, we get it. Pokedexes then, we're on it. Looks like it's off to the Pokemon Research Lab for you and me, Emily. That's the kind of enthusiasm a trainer needs. I'll let the professor know to expect you. I'm going to be the next champion, so completing a simple Pokedex will be nothing. Just another page in the tale of my legend. You'd probably better go tell your mum that we're heading out, though. Emily, did you hear that just now? The gate's open, and the Wooloo that was there. It was tackling the fence pretty hard earlier. I don't think it actually broke through there, do you? But it's off limits. Nobody's supposed to go in there. I remember the professor's granddaughter went in once, and she came back in a real state. And that was nothing compared to the earful she got from the professor afterwards. Emily, what do you say? Yeah, we've got to save it. Right? Even if we're not supposed to, this is the kind of scene where you simply have to do what's needed. Hope you're ready for anything, because we're going in, Emily. The slumbering wheel here. That Wooloo, where do you think it got off to? The fog is really coming on thick now. If we don't find that Pokemon soon, this might be trouble. Forced encounters in here. Firstly, you get a Squovit. We don't actually have any Pokeballs yet, so don't worry. There's nothing lost by not catching these, not that we can anyway to fulfill the restrictions that I have. I mean, I could catch them, I just couldn't use them. Doing alright there, Sobble? Let's be sure you're in tip-top shape. There, now let's push on. We have a Rookity here. What is my nature, anyway? Raise defense, lower speed. You know what? That's actually perfectly fine for what we're doing here. Did you hear that? Was that a Pokemon crying out, you think? Doing alright there? Okay. He heals me up. One more forced encounter. With another Squovit. Come on, Emily. That Wooloo might be in real trouble. This is mad. I can't even see my own hand in front of my face. I think I get now why this place is off limits. What in the... Unknown appeared. Not the unknown Pokemon. Look, even its level is unknown. The move had no effect? The mysterious Pokemon's gaze is fixed on you. What? The move had no effect on it? Nothing is immune to water type. Except this. Emily, I can't see anything. You okay? The move had no effect. Can't see anything. And we fell asleep. Up, Emily! What, Lee? How'd you manage to find your way here? Your pants with directions. You always get lost. Oh, that's nice to hear from the little brother who's had me worried sick. I've been waiting ages for you two, and you never showed. Of course I came looking for the both of you. Wait, where's the Wooloo? We were trying to rescue that Wooloo. The little chap's just fine. though all of you had fainted by the time I found you here. You know this place is out of bounds, but it took courage to come in here all the same, and I can understand well enough why you did it. You did good, Hop. And at least that Wooloo's alright. Yeah, Emily? I thought we'd had it when that weird fog started rolling in and that mad Pokemon attacked. But at least it wasn't all for nothing. Attacked by some mad Pokemon? What are you talking about, Hop? It seems loads stronger than any Pokemon I've ever seen. It just had this sort of presence. Our moves didn't even touch it. I mean, really. They seemed to pass right through it. Our moves passed right through it? So, the fearsome Pokemon they say live in the submarine wheel. Are they actually illusions or something? It's strong enough, and maybe the two of you could be the ones to reveal the truth someday. For now, let's simply get out of this place. You'll be alright now that I'm here with you. Even if we did get an earful from Lee. What an experience! This will make a pretty fine first page in the tale of my legend. Don't forget to tell your mom we're off to Wedgeharst now. She'll go spare if you leave without a word, even worse than Lee just did. All this British slang that I don't know. Well now, isn't Sobble just a sweetheart? And yes, I heard the news from young Leon. I'm glad someone bothered to tell me. Off to Wedgehurst, aren't you? Here we are, a bit of pocket money for your journey. Buy yourself a little something at the Pokemon Center. Maybe some potions or something. Remember that Sobble will battle to the very end for you. So don't go pushing the poor deer too hard. And you, Sobble, look after my little Emily. Come home to rest any time that you need. After all, east or west, home is best. Here we go. This is quite the big step, you know. My first step toward becoming the next champion. Guess I'll probably train up Scorbunny a bit by having it battle against Pokemon in the tall grass. You should get yourself to the building with the purple roof and the great red and white ball mark out front. That's the Pokemon Research Lab. Well done! You reached the goal and managed to find the Pokemon Research Lab. You did a far sight better than I did my first time. I'm hopeless with directions. See how your world has already grown, all thanks to having Pokemon with you? I know I'm sure glad I've got Charizard with me, to keep me from getting lost all the time. Now, in we go. I've got to give it to Professor Magnolia. Everything in here looks fascinating. What is it today, Leon? Looking for info on another never-before-seen super strong Pokemon? I wish you'd stop with these outlandish requests. Good to see you too, Yamper. Yamper here is a real champ when it comes to helping you find your way around. He came to my rescue plenty of times back in the day when I got lost on the road. Oh yeah, and that's his trainer, Sonia. What can I say about Sonia? Well, I like the way she cooks. She makes food you can gobble down in a flash. Shh, what kind of an introduction is that? Did you forget we were rivals during our gym challenge? It wasn't just Yamper helping you out, I did too. Anyway, nice to meet you. Name's Sonia. I'm the professor's assistant. This is Emily. She's a new Pokemon trainer. Set her on the right path, would you? What does he think I am? He's always got his head in the clouds. No wonder he gets lost all the time. Oh, looks like you've got a Rotom phone. Hey there, Rotom. Proton phones are handy little things, aren't they? They've got a map and a navigation tool. That said, Leon still gets lost, so... Oh, sorry. So tell me, do you know a lot about Pokemon? You bet. Well said. In that case, I'll make it so that you can use the Pokédex on your Rotom phone. Just so you know, that Pokédex is a gift from my Gran. Did you let Gran know that you received that Pokédex? He lives in the house down along Route 2. Nothing else for us if we wander around, so let's just go outside. Hey there, trainer. Sorry to stop you. You just left the Pokemon lab, right? So that means you got a Pokédex, yeah? I love talking to new trainers and giving them useful stuff. A potion. It's a potion. Use it when your Pokemon's HP, their hit points, gets low. HP is like a Pokemon's stamina. You can even use potions during battle. Knowledge is power. It's a good idea to talk to lots of different people and read everything you can on your journey. Got your Pokédex from Sonia? Then it's time to meet lots of different Pokemon and start building up a strong team. But battling strong Pokemon in the wild can leave your team in a bad way, not to mention what battling another trainer can do. Luckily, we've got Pokemon centers. Luckier yet, they're dead easy to spot. They look the same wherever you go. Come on, Emily, bet you've never been inside one. Level with me, Emily. Is this your first time in a Pokemon Center? Yes. Then the future champions got you covered. First things first, you talk to the lady at the counter if you want your Pokemon healed up. So you can actually skip tutorials in this game, which is really nice. And the Pokemon you catch are kept in computers like the one you can find here, see? After all, you can only bring 6 Pokemon with you on the road in your party. The potions they sell at the Pokemart got me out of a real tough spot the other day. If you two kids are Pokemon trainers, you might want to buy some potions before you head out. Cheers! I'm already good, though. I'm heading to Route 2, Emily. Come find me, maybe, when you're done here. And we're done. I know where pretty much every single item in this game is hidden. I've played it a lot. Listen, Emily, I've been thinking. If you're a Pokemon trainer now, you must want to try your hand at the Gym Challenge, right? But what's that? The Gym Challenge, mate. The annual competition where trainers can battle it out for the right to challenge the champion. But the trick is that you've got to be endorsed if you want to take part. Lee doesn't seem to think I'm up to snuff. So I'm thinking I ought to talk to the professor and see if she could help. You've got to take part too. Proper rival is just the thing every trainer needs to keep growing stronger, after all. Keeps you motivated, right? Professor's house is way down at the end of Route 2, so let's head there, and give our teams the chance to train up a bit along the way. If you've already caught a Pokemon by this point, you can skip a tutorial. Unfortunately, I have not, because none of the Pokemon that I could have encountered up to this point would actually help me. Over here, Emily. Alright, Emily, it's time we filled in our teams a bit. And I'm here to teach you how. You'll need to catch Pokemon if you've got any hope of filling in that Pokedex. Lee, where'd you come from? Every Pokemon has got a type or two, which can make it good against some opponents, but poor against others. That's the reason you want to catch different Pokemon, to cover one another's weaknesses. Now, let's all have a champion time as I show you how it's done. On the first route in this game, you actually have on Route 1 and 2 in this game, you actually have a 100% chance of catching things. Regardless of what their actual catch rate is. Typical Lee. I'll give you some more Pokeballs. In return, I'll only ask that you catch plenty of Pokemon. The Pokemon around here are easy to catch, almost like they're itching to join some trainer's team, wouldn't you say? The Pokemon on your team will get experience points when you catch Pokemon too. And of course, they get experience points from battle, so take on other trainers you meet along the path to help your Pokemon thrive. Your team will keep on changing and growing as you get stronger together, no doubt. But even I don't know exactly how yet. Show your champions something good, alright? Alright, I'm gonna catch loads of Pokemon. The professor will be shocked when she sees. I'm not gonna catch any, as there are no Pokemon here that will help me. Look, there's the professor. So, have you unraveled all the secrets of the Dynamax phenomenon yet? Oh goodness, no. The whole thing is still full of questions. I'd hoped that my granddaughter would take over my research, but... Dear me, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice my guests. My name is Magnolia. Welcome, young trainers. Now come, let's head indoors. Why, Hop dear, I see Wooloo has made some new friends. You must be Emily. I trust you received the Pokedex from Sonia. I'm sure you'll have it complete in no time. You must already know about Dynamaxing, right, Emily? Professor Magnolia has been doing research into the Dynamax phenomenon for years and years. And it takes proper understanding of the thing if you plan to use Dynamaxing to the fullest. Here you go again, Leon, always talking about Pokemon. There are other things that are worth knowing about too, you know. Like how many different types of tea there are. Hey, Professor, do us a favor, would you? Help me convince Lee he should endorse us for the gym challenge. Oh, Leon, why wouldn't you endorse them? Hop and Emily only just started out as Pokemon trainers. There's still loads they don't know yet. Dearie, I thought your dream was to have everyone in the Galar region become strong trainers. Isn't that right? Well, yeah, you're not wrong. That goal is precisely the reason I gave them both Pokemon, in fact. Right then, in that case, how about this? Let's see if the two of you can show me a brilliant battle that I'm left with no choice but to endorse you. Don't worry, I'll make sure both your teams are in good shape before the battle starts. Right, I'll be waiting outside, Emily. Hurry up, Emily. You gotta battle me so I can get myself that endorsement. I'm going to become the greatest Pokemon trainer there is, and to do that, I need that endorsement to take part in the gym challenge. Come at me with everything you have so we can prove to Lee that we've got what it takes. Of course. I'm rather interested in seeing how you two young trainers battle too. Listen, you two, the reason I'm unbeatable is because I learn from every battle I see or take part in. That's why I've gotten to where I am today. So show me something good in this battle. It's time for my legend to begin. Alright. We got Hop, he has a Wooloo. Have you gotten a bit stronger? Me and my team will put you to the test and see. And his score bunny goes down in one hit. Oh no, 2 hits. Okay, fine. Well, look at you. Seems that you've really learned your type matchups. Have a trace of our true power. Our flames are burning bright. He only does that when he uses a fire-type move, which is dumb. Why would he ever bother doing that? But whatever. It'll be a close one, but that's exactly my sort of match. This is why I didn't bother catching any Pokemon or running around. You ran into a critical hit on my Pokemon? You've got plenty of spirit, that's for sure. Oof, gutted that I lost, but I expect nothing less from my rival. And I even got my Pokeball throw perfect too! The sting of defeat and the joy of victory. I guess going through both is the key to the two of us getting stronger, right? Emily, ha! Well, after seeing a match like that one, I suppose I have little choice but to give you both an endorsement as champion. And we got a letter of endorsement. A letter of recommendation that you'll need in order to participate in the gym challenge. Yes, thanks, Lee. I swear I'm going to win my way through the gym challenge to reach you. You both may be young still, and plenty rough around the edges, but it was a proper battle. Charizard and I were both feeling the excitement in every last cell in our bodies. Hop, you've always tended to get caught up in things like how you throw your Pokeball out. Things that have nothing to do with real strength. Honestly, I'd been worried about you still obsessing over that sort of nonsense, but it seems you really have grown a bit, little brother. And I'd like to see some more thrilling Pokemon battles out of you too, Emily. I'll show you thrilling, alright. Alright, Emily. You and me are going to train up against one another to aim for that champion's title. Absolutely. The more we keep battling against one another, the more our Pokemon will grow. Huh? What's that? Emily, would you look at this? They're wishing stars. Since there are two of them, you should take one yourself. Wishing Star, a stone found in the Galar region with a mysterious power. It's said that your dreams will come true if you find one. With one of these, my Pokemon can Dynamax. They're gonna be massive! Yes! Trust you to pull something like this. They say wishing stars fall down for those who have a true wish in their heart, you know? I will be the greatest trainer ever. I will be the greatest trainer ever. I will be the greatest trainer ever! There, I've said it 3 times, so surely my wish will come true, right? True now, right? Don't be silly, Hop. Those wishing stars are composed of a curious sort of rock containing unknown power. They're one of the most precious resources we have here in the Galar region. But they won't do a thing for you in that state. Give them to me now and I'll have you sorted. Alright, you've done heaps of research on the Dynamax phenomenon, haven't you, Professor? Then please, give Emily and me the power to Dynamax our Pokemon. First we got to battle against that mad Pokemon in Slumbering Weald, and now this! It really feels like we're getting caught up in the adventure of a lifetime. You understand your incitement, young man, but don't get carried away. You want to save your energy for tomorrow's journey. Seems I came back home right in time for all the excitement. Hey, you lot. Why not have some dinner? You must be hungry, right? I've been totally obsessed with making the latest trendy curries. It's morning at last, and time for our adventure to truly start. Good morning to you, young challengers. Hop, is it true that you really met some Pokemon you didn't recognize? Is there anything more you can tell me about it? Well, there was this weird heavy fog, and then this even weirder Pokemon appeared. Billy tried to fight it off, but I think we both passed out or something. It's all pretty hazy. Right fount of information you are. Emily, Hop, these are for you. Got a Dynamax band from Professor Magnolia and slipped it on your wrist. Dynamax band. A wishing star has been affixed to it. It lets out a light that allows Pokemon to Dynamax when at a power spot. I will never be using that. Because I can't in order to fulfill the challenge. I'll show you why later. Those are your Dynamax bands. I made them by fitting the wishing stars you found last night into those bands. Thanks, Professor. This is brilliant. It's just like the one Lee has on him, too. Now we can Dynamax our Pokemon like he does. My word, you don't waste any time, do you? I think you'll find it not so simple as all that. There are a number of conditions you must meet if you hope to have your Pokemon Dynamax and take on that gigantic form. Now, don't be afraid to go to all sorts of places and meet all sorts of Pokemon. I will help fill out your Pokedex, too. Legend of my reign is finally about to begin. Come on, Emily. I'll beat you to the station. Come on, Emily. You'll never beat me to the station at that pace. The name of that theme is actually Hurry Up, even though usually it's really slow. So out with it, Emily. How many did you catch? I caught a really special one. You got... not one? What were you doing this whole time? You're going to want to team if you're a trainer. He gives a Swift. That's a technical machine. A TM, mate. With a TM like that, you can teach your Pokemon a new move in a splash. And you can use them again and again, too. That one can teach the move Swift. Lee gave it to me ages ago, and now it's yours. The gym challenge will begin in Motostoke. And our train's waiting, so let's go! Not quite so fast, you two. What are you doing here, Mom? I knew this day was coming since the moment you chose Scorbunny as a partner, darling. That's only been a day. Or 2 days. Professor Magnolia was kind enough to let us know you two were setting out. But here, a last little gift to see you well set on your way. All the kit you'll need for camping. Set of camping gear. Everything you need to set up a tent and get cooking in a wild area or at a camping spot. No matter what happens out there, if you and your partner are together, I know you'll be fine. Thanks, Mom. And just think how lucky you are. The mother to the first ever pair of champion brothers. Because I'm certain to be the champion next. You'll see. Of course you will be, darling. Anyway, do have fun and take care of yourselves. You'll be welcome back home anytime. We're off. Wish us luck. Not that we'll need it. There are loads of brilliant trainers and all kinds of Pokemon out there waiting for us. He says, wish us luck, not that we'll need it. I will need it. I will need it in spades. My excitement's running ahead of me even faster than that train can go, Emily. Come on, we're off. Metronome is surrounded by a vast wild area. It's a real sight. There are all sorts of wild Pokemon just wandering about, everywhere you look. Plus, you can camp out to a spot of fishing. I don't think I could ever get tired of it. Hey, Mr. Station Master, isn't this the wild area? What are we stopped here for? Yes, this is the wild area station, make no mistake. I'm sorry to tell you that the train is halted due to a flock of Wooloo on the tracks. What's there to be sorry about? This is brilliant. Brilliant? This wild area is massive. There are loads of Pokemon to battle here. You get it, don't you, Emily? This is the best possible place to put together the greatest team. It is actually really useful for me. It seems like my Pokemon are giving something to people who've had a Let's Go experience. What in the world is a Let's Go experience? Do you have any idea? I do not have a Let's Go experience, but talk to this person. You'll run into stronger wild Pokemon in the farther you go into the wild area. If you feel like you're in a pinch during the battle, just use a Pokédoll. And she gives you 5. Very important. No matter how strong a Pokemon is, you'll be able to catch it eventually, so long as you join in the gym challenge and gather the gym badges. Our goal is Metronome, but our first goal is we're going to catch a couple of Pokemon here. Hi there, would you like to register Pokemon? Yes. Take your Pokemon for a few seconds then. They're all happy and healthy, good luck and take care. With that, that's Metronome, way off that way. And between there and here are countless new Pokemon waiting to be met. Oh, hello! And if it isn't Sonia. My grandmate gave me a proper earful in her own way. Those two young trainers are setting out on a journey, but what are you doing with your life? That sounds rough. Ah, never mind you that. Nothing to worry yourselves over. Besides, I've been quite curious about what Pokemon you two mend the forest. I've been thinking I should look into it, so the timing works out fine. If I discover something really huge, then maybe even Gran will admit I've got some challenge. Yikes, being an adult has got its own challenges, eh? Yeah, you bet. I said you needn't worry about it. I'm glad to be on the road. Really, it's been ages. It'll be great fun to fish and camp and rough it outside again. Well, I'm off to go stick my head in as many of those red glowing dens as I can find. I'm going to battle the snot out of a bunch of Dynamax Pokemon and fill in another page of mine in the tale of my legend. What cheek! Dynamax Pokemon are really on another level, you know. You better Dynamax your partner Pokemon too if you want to take on an opponent that's that strong. You'll find spots here and there in the wild area that emit a beam of red light. If you think you're up to it, check them out. There'll be a Dynamax Pokemon lurking inside. And with that, how about I send you off with a little treat from me? Pokemon Box Link! Device that allows you to access the Pokemon storage system. There's some places where it won't work. Gyms. That's where it won't work. The Pokemon Box Link. You can use the Pokemon Box Link to access your Pokemon boxes while you're on the road. You'll be able to add Pokemon to your party or transfer Pokemon from your party to a box. You can access your boxes by selecting Pokemon from the X menu and then pressing the R button. With the Pokemon Box Link, you'll be able to put Pokemon from your team into your boxes or take Pokemon from your boxes to add them to your team. Nice, right? So go wild, catching as many Pokemon as you like, and fill in some more of your Pokedex. The wild area is waiting for you. This is the start of your real adventure. It is. There's a trick to this. No Pokemon will appear until it's shaking this fast. Then you quit. We're here. We have a den. What's it got? Okay, Pokemon dens. The pillars of red light you'll see in the wild area mark Pokemon dens. Dynamax Pokemon dwell in these dens, and you'll be able to battle them by investigating the den. You can start the battle on your own or get up to 3 other players to help you out. I got 300 watts and max raid battles. Defeat a Dynamax Pokemon, you'll get a chance at catching it. Additionally, there are some rare items that you can only obtain by battling Dynamax Pokemon. When wild Pokemon Dynamax, they become incredibly powerful. They may unleash multiple moves in a row and take other actions you won't see in a regular battle. Working together with other trainers will be key as you take on these Dynamax Pokemon together as a team of 4. I can't invite others because it's an offline profile, and I'm not doing that. It's a Starly. Or something. I think it's Starly. Hit up. That's what it was. Hit up. I don't need it. Anyway, there's a couple of Pokemon that I need. They will appear as symbol encounters. Here we go. Tyro! I'm gonna need 2 of this guy. Oh, right, Sunlight Harsh. I think that's probably good enough. Maybe not. That's definitely good enough. Well, I can't do anything more than this, because it's going to cause problems, so... I have a decent chance of catching this. Come on. There we go. Now I need another one. Rogue. It is always bursting with energy. To make itself stronger, it keeps on fighting, even if it loses. There we go. This should be easier to catch. Well, I mean, it'll be exactly the same to catch, but, you know. These guys are very important. You can spend watts there. And I will be buying Metronome. I will be coming back to this guy many more times because, Now I will expound upon what exactly this challenge is. It's metronome only. But I can't do it until I have a Pokemon that can actually learn metronome and the TR for metronome. So, now I have a TR for metronome, but I still don't have any Pokemon that can actually learn metronome. We'll be working on that. Every Pokemon I currently have in my party will eventually evolve such that it can learn metronome, but for the moment, I can't do anything about it. Alright, gonna try and beat this person. Just so I can get some experience, because that would be awesome. Ow. Ah. That's not great. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's good. Awesome. Confusion. Do bind. If it hits, come on. There we go. Sure, that didn't do much, but then we got the damage over time. Which is going to contribute massively. There we go. You must be pretty amazing to have beaten me. You're a regular wild area expert. You're crazy strong too. I'll teach you a good trick then. There are heaps of items lying around in the wild area that people have dropped. Go around picking them up and then selling them off, and you can be flush with cash too. I'll work on getting even stronger yet, so come find me for another battle sometime. Quick ball! And he's going to take me all the way back to the bridge. Which is a very, very important warp. Because, wow, that saved me a lot of trekking. Okay, this lady is here again. I don't really need to fight her, so I'm not going to. May as well. Do I have anything better I can give to my Pokemon? Not really. Well, knowing what she has first, I'm going to actually swap my Pokemon around. She's exactly the same as the first time we fought her. Just, you know, this time I have a few more moves and a couple more levels because of the last time I fought her. Ow. that's not good. Ouch. Oh, come on. At least it's not sunny out over here. Oh, come on! Seriously? I guess it'll help with Facade. Facade actually ignores the halved attack from Burn, so it is actually better now. Finally, we have made our way to Mostoke. Here in the Galar region, I'd say it's fair to call the champion a regional hero. We're all transfixed by everything he does. This city is just massive. I need to keep checking my town map, otherwise I know I'll get lost. Vincino likes things neat and tidy. It'll brush away dust with its tail. Shrinking down to fit in Pokeballs, the next thing you know, growing massive by Dynamaxing. Must be a lot of work for Pokemon. Hey, over here! Real ace of you to make it through the wild area. Seems like your trek ran your Pokemon ragged, though. You should pop into the Pokemon Center. Besides, there's something in there I bet you'll get a real kick out of, if you're a real trainer. Oh, looks like the Rotomi's free. Rotomi are a kind of Rotom information service. It's a handy machine for trainers. You can even use one to customize your lead card. Why don't you try playing around with your lead card a bit, Emily? Here's a sample for you. Leon's lead card. Put the lead card in your album. Pokemon lead cards. Show off your achievements by making a lead card. You can customize your card using the card maker found at every Pokemon Center. Doing so will also update your card with all your latest information. Trainers all have their own lead cards, and you can swap cards with other trainers that you connect with using communication features. You can view all the lead cards you've connected by checking out your album, which you can find in the lead card option of the X menu. Motostoke sure is big, right? Not to worry. Sonia is here to show you around a bit. Come find me after you heal up your Pokemon. The opening ceremony, huh? I get a bit worked up when I think how exciting and moving it was to actually stand on a stadium's pitch for the first time. So now we have a lead card menu. We can check out our album. Leon. We can flip the card over. Leon is known far and wide for taking part in the gym challenge at the tender age of 10 years old, and even more so for claiming victory in the Champion Cup on his first attempt. Ever since that victory, he and his partner Charizard have remained unbeaten in both league and exhibition matches. He's called the Unbeatable Champion and is a hero to many trainers. He has but one weakness, a dismal sense of direction. But don't worry, wherever he ends up, he makes sure everyone has a champion time. Yeah, so I can only catch up to Pokemon up to level 20. It says here on the league card. It has, when it's printed, how much money I have, how much BP I have, how many watts I have. And it says I can train Pokemon up to level 20, and I can catch Pokemon up to level 20. Both of those will go up as we continue through the gym challenge. The Rotom inside Rotomi are rather fond of the card maker. It's always better to weaken a Pokemon before you try and catch it. For example, you can lower its HP or use moves to put it to sleep or something. And we'll go ahead and rest up. By the way, you may be able to see a rare Pokemon at the Wedgehurst Station now. We'll take care of that in a little bit. Over here, we can actually buy net balls. Do I? Yeah, I do have one Pokemon to catch that's water type. I'll catch 10 of those. And nest balls. No, I'm not gonna bother. Say, if you got a Bunnelby, would you like to trade for Muscovy? This is the first in-game trade. The different shopkeepers sell different things. Who'd have thought when they all look so similar? So, brilliant young trigger who's braved the wild area, do you remember what your goal in Motostoke is? I'm here for the gym challenge. Yep, the gym challenge opening ceremony. By the way, the ceremony tomorrow is being held at Mostoke Stadium, okay? Use that lift over there to get to the stadium, okay? Well, laters, I'm going to swing by the shops while I'm here, but don't forget to register at the stadium, okay? You have to get to Motorstoke in order for that thing at Wedgehurst to happen. But you made it too? Motorstoke Stadium. This is where the opening ceremony will be held. Everyone will be watching for the opening ceremony for the gym challenge. Your mom, my mom, your mom, the whole world. It's getting me a bit nervous, really. Nah, this isn't nerves. I'm only trembling because I'm so excited. Come on, Emily. It's time the world learned our names. You should take a look at this. This place is packed with gym challengers. Every one of these folks is another rival. Let's get signed up. Seriously? What a piece of work. If you're here to register for the gym challenge, I'll need to see your endorsement, please. Fancy that! This is the first time we've had a challenger endorsed by the champion. Well, now you've had two, because I am as well. What? Two of you at once? I wonder what's come over Leon this year. Two of you must be something special. I'm Hop. I'm Leon's little brother, in fact, and the next champion. Get me all signed up, would you? Well, yes, I am trying to, if you'll just give me a moment. There, you two have been successfully registered as gym challengers. You now choose your preferred number for your uniform, if you'd be so kind. It will be displayed on the back of the uniform you must wear for any official match. "14, because Metronome is TR14. Number 14, is it? Very well. And here, please wear this challenge band at all times to identify yourself as a gym challenger. The opening ceremony is for the gym challenge is to be held here tomorrow. All the trainers taking part have been booked a room at the nearby Budu Drop Inn. That's the league chairman for you. Even booked us all hotel rooms. I'm off to check out the fancy digs." Yes, this is a train station. It's where we should have come out instead of the wild area. The train to the Isle of Armor has arrived. Those with an armor pass, please board the train. Because I have the DLC, I automatically have it in my bag. You have an armor pass? Hee, of course, I totally have one. Please allow me to check your pass. Ooh, a slowpoke! Uh-oh, looks like another one's gotten on the train and ridden over from the Isle of Armor. There's a lot of slowpoke living on the Isle of Armor. Not sure if they feel like traveling or what, but sometimes if you board the train. Is it the first time you've seen a Galarian slowpoke? The coloring on the top of its head is curry-like. Isn't it super duper cute? You're a Pokemon trainer, right? If Slowpoke blocks the ticket gate, it'll cause trouble for other customers. This all happens whether or not you have the DLC, by the way. Slowpoke are actually pretty heavy, so do you think you could catch it for me? You actually have to catch it here, you can't just defeat it. Battle Slowpoke in order to catch it? Yes. I should have thrown a quick ball. It's okay. This isn't going to contribute to my party, so I'm just going to shove it in this box, but, I do actually have to catch it. Well, I mean, I'll keep it in my party for now, because I can't use Metronome anyway, but... Thanks much. Slowpoke can be a big trouble to move sometimes. Wow, amazing. The way you caught that Slowpoke was the absolute coolest. We apologize for the wait. We have checked your armor pass. All aboard the train to the Isle of Armor. Mind your step when boarding. Please be aware that there will be a connection along the way. Okay. I'm heading to a place called the Isle of Armor. I'm gonna catch some rare Pokemon and do some training. Let's hang if we meet up again, okay? Bye-bye then. See ya. Oh, that's an Armor Pass. With that pass, you can go to the Isle of Armor. You have a Crown Pass, too. You can also go to the Crown Tundra. Do not go to the Crown Tundra, it has level 60 Pokemon. Where would you like to go today? They don't tell you that, but yes, they expect you to have already beaten the game by the time you go to the Crown Tundra. Off to the Isle of Armor. I'm actually going to pause here for a second because I do need to take a break. I'll be back in just a little bit. And we're back. Is this your first visit to the Isle of Armor? I'm researching Pokemon biology here on this island. You want to register the Pokemon you catch on this island to your Pokedex, right? I'll update your Pokedex so you can do just that. Pokedex is being updated. The Isle of Armor Pokedex has been added to your Pokedex. When you've caught a lot of Pokemon on the Isle of Armor, come back and show me your Pokedex. I'm supposed to join the dojo on this island today, but there's this strange Pokemon person standing outside the station, and I'm a bit scared to head out. Haha, there you are. Right on time, too. You're pretty punctual for a kid. Hey, have we met her before or something? Oh, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Guess I didn't make a great impression, did I? I mean, it's only been, what, 10 minutes? I'm Clara. I've been at the dojo a while, so they sent me to help out the newbie. What dojo? Oh, come on. I know you're the new student who's supposed to join the Master Dojo. What's going on? Am I being mocked by a kid? And I'm the colorful, caring, and charismatic Clara! Well then, how about we have a quick battle, just so, you know, we can see who's better? I'll be waiting outside, so come on out when you're ready. She'll never know what hit her. I mean, she is a gym leader, right? She's a minor league gym leader, but she's a gym leader all the same, right? Yeah. No, I'm confident I'm gonna win. Hee I bet this is your first time in the Isle of Armor. Bet you can't wait to start exploring, but first things first, we need to make sure you're ready. Since I've already been at the Master Dojo for a little while now, I'll be the one testing you out. Go easy on me, okay? You're challenged by Pokemon trainer Clara. She has a Venipede. Remember, it's just a test, so take it easy. I'll be nice and gentle as I knock you out flat. Look, the first damage you took on the Isle of Armor. Consider it a little gift from me. Am I the one getting backed into a corner? This should not be a thing. Oh hey, look! Another Slowpoke! Oh, come on! I have a higher confusion chance than you do. Ah! That's not good. Looks like I'll be using a revive. Okay. I'm gonna sit out the Slowpoke because I don't care about the gaining experience. And it's pretty much guaranteed to die. So... Alright. Oh, my next Pokemon's gonna make short work of... Huh? That was my last one? Yeah. Huh? No, no, no. No, no, no. There must be some mistake. Not good. Not good at all, man. How'd this kid get so strong? If this kid joins the dojo, nobody's gonna pay attention to my strength. I could just tell her to buzz off. No, they asked me to bring in the new student. Him! Hey, that wasn't bad. I mean, it's not like I was going all out. Not at all, but still. But, you see, our dojo is one that's got a long-standing reputation. Even the famous champion Leon trained at our place. Hey. No offense, but maybe, just maybe, you're not quite good enough to make it? So, how about this? Why not enjoy the sights, but just stay away from the Master Dojo over there, okay? Here, I'll even give you this, you know, as a souvenir. Style card. Card then increases the selection in boutiques and hair salons. Just show it when you visit a boutique or a hair salon and they'll let you buy stuff that's not available to most people. Anyway, I guess that's that. See you never. Hee hee. Yeah, we're not doing the see you never. There are Pokemon here that I can get that are actually helpful to my team. Let's see. Alright. Just checking to see what they were. There we go. That's one. Normally you would just beat up Chansey and not think twice about not having them on your team, but this thing can actually learn Metronome. Which means I can finally start up what I wanted to do this whole time. Oh, and Sobble's evolving. Drizzile. A clever combatant, this Pokemon battles using water balloons created with moisture secreted from its palms. Chansey! The egg Chansey carries is not only delicious, but also packed with nutrition. It's used as a high-class cooking ingredient. So as I said, Chansey can learn Metronome. Which means it's going straight to the front of my party because I can't. It's the only Pokemon in my party that can actually learn Metronome. At the moment. And now, I have a tracker set up for this. I made this a while ago. But what we're going to do is track what moves I use using with Metronome. Also, I'm going to beat up every Chansey I come across because that's actually a really great way to get experience. We have a Diglett. This is an Alolan Diglett. Oh, Diglett, you're here! Aha! You little rascal, I was worried about you. Thank you for finding my Diglett. Is it from Alola? Oh, I didn't expect to meet someone who knows about it. That's right, this is a Diglett from the Alola region. When I traveled in Alola, I fell in love with these adorable 3 hairs. I caught a lot of Diglett there and came back. But they went somewhere when I looked away for a second. Anyway, you found a Diglett buried in the ground. You definitely have a talent for finding Diglett. If it's okay, will you find all the other Diglett too? He has 150 of these things. Thankfully, none of them help with... none of the rewards he gives me actually help with my playthrough, so I'm not going to bother. Sure. Oh, what a kind person you are. Words can't express how grateful I am. You found one Diglett so far, so please find 150 more Diglett. If you find them, please tell them to come back to me. Again, I don't have to, so I won't. But so begins our Metronome run. What do we get? Discharge. It's going to update every 60 seconds or something down there, so don't worry if it's not there yet. Liquidation. Fire spin. Brave bird. This is why I gave this thing leftovers, by the way. Coaching. Bone Rush. Plunge. All sorts of levels. Oh, fiddlesticks. So our new student decided to go back home. Seems that way, yep. I did my best to welcome her, but she just suddenly left after our battle. And I've been hoping we'd get to welcome a new member to our little family here, too. Well, hello? And who are you, love? Huh? Ah! Of course! You must be the new student that's supposed to join the dojo today. You've got the wrong person. Right. Exactly, ma'am, I swear. She must have changed her mind about joining the dojo. Oh, but here you are. I'm so happy you decided to come after all. Oh, everything's just coming up roses. Now, I'm quite sure they already told me your name, but... Emily. That's right, you're Emily. Of course you are, love. Though I'm rather sure that's not the name I was told before. My name's Honey. I help keep this place running. You can consider me the lady of the house. Not that the master of dojo is just any old house. Ah, why? How? What does she think she's doing, just showing up like that? This ain't good. Miss Honey will know that I lied. Seems you've already met our Clara. Bit of an odd ducklet, but she's one of our own. She's training hard here at the dojo so she can become a gym leader someday. I trust the two of you to get along, right? I'm sure we'll be best friends. Oh dear, but look at me. Here I am making you stand around outside after you've come all this way. Come in. Don't mind the faint stench of sweat. Listen, you dare tell Ms. Honey about what happened at the station, I'll melt you down to size. You understand? I'm gonna use Metronome 3 times and then I'm gonna have to run. Agility. Self-destruct! Or I could just run immediately. That works too. Oh, hey, guess what? I actually get the experience. That's funny. Everybody, I have an announcement to make. We've got a new student joining us today. Please welcome Emily. I'm sure you'll all have lots to teach her. Hiya! Welcome to the dojo. All of our students are so good and hardworking. Everyone really gives it their all around here. Now here's someone who's not listed in my database of students. Hello, sweetie pie. It's not usual for you to bother greeting a newcomer. This is Hyde, my darling only son. Are you some kind of outlier? Here, you should give this a try. Give me experience charm. That's going to be really useful. A charm that increases the experience points the Pokemon can get. A machine-like object is inside the charm. But don't open it, okay? It's got tech I developed inside, and I don't want you to go and ruin it. He's so good with his hands, always making something new. Such a clever boy. And that handsome gent in the back is my darling hubby and the very master of the Master Dojo. Why, hello there! My name is Mustard. I'm rather good at Pokemon battles, you know? I'm pleased as cheese that you could join us. Cheese to meet you. Aha, I see you've got a sense of humor too. Good, good. Don't let him fool you into thinking he's just a silly old man. He's a real beast when he gets serious. Well, darling, I'll leave the rest up to you. Yay, this is my favorite part. I want to see just how good you are. So, why not have a battle with little old me? Just say the word when you're ready. I am not ready. Restore my Pokemon. I'm actually not ready even now. Perfect. Now it's sure to work. All that's left to fire it up with the on button, so here we go. Let's push it. Stripes, it powered down. I'll still need more watts. I'll be doing that much later. Because I don't really need it. I'm actually going to head out right now. Because there are still more Pokemon that I can catch that can actually use Metronome. And most importantly, we have Brawler's Cave, which is going to have a visible encounter for another Pokemon that can learn Metronome. Here we go. Poliwag! Can't learn Metronome itself, but as soon as it evolves, it can. Okay, now importantly, the catch rate of a Pokemon goes drastically down if you are not higher level than the Pokemon you're trying to equal or higher level than the Pokemon you're trying to catch. So I'm going to swap out the Drizzile and then never use a move because I'm not allowed to because it doesn't have Metronome. But it is a higher level than Poliwag, which means I'll have a greater chance of catching it when I just throw net balls at it until it catches. There we go. Poliwag! Tadpole Pokemon. For Poliwag, swimming is easier than walking. The swirl pattern on its belly is actually part of the Pokemon's innards showing through the skin. Pokemon boxes. You can keep extra Pokemon in your Pokemon boxes. You've got your own boxes and the Pokemon storage system, which you can access at the Rotom information terminals, Rotami, found in Pokemon centers everywhere. You can retrieve Pokemon from your boxes at any Rotami you visit, too. I'm just moving the Slowpoke there. That's all I'm doing. Like I said, Poliwag can't learn Metronome, but when it evolves, it can. So... Alright, over here can... There we go! Miltank. Oh boy. I don't have anything level 18. Well, now I do. Oh, and Chansey's evolving. Awesome, now I have a Blissey. That's even better. Blissey! Whenever a Blissey finds a weakened Pokemon, it will share its egg and offer its care until the other Pokemon is all better. Miltank. Miltank produces highly nutritious milk, so it's been supporting the lives of of people and other Pokemon since ancient times. Am I ready for battle? Yes. Alright, let's get the show started. This is the best way to get to know new students. Got a Mewtwo. Yippee! Oh, I just can't wait to see you battle your heart out. Cross Wedge. Ow. Body Slam. Oh, looks like my little self-spin corner. I'm getting the shivers. Got a Shinx. Dragon Darts. That's a signature move of Dragapult. Ice Punch. Dig. Oof, super duper effective. Uh-oh, I smell danger. Bullet Punch. Hey, I won! That was everything I hoped for and more. Hahaha! I lost! You're pretty strong, aren't you? Hey, the newbie won! Master wasn't going all out, but that's still pretty impressive. Who is that kid, anyway? The way you battle really shows me how much you care about your Pokemon. Even if you've come because of a misunderstanding, as long as you have a will to learn, then you're welcome at the Master Dojo. I think we can all help each other become stronger. I'm happy you've come to join us. So on that note, here's your dojo uniform. With that on, you'll fit right in with the students of my master dojo. Hey, newbie. You want to change or just take a break? Use that room over there. Now then. With Emily here now, the dojo's at max capacity. It's time to really start our training. You'll all be facing 3 trials. 3 trials? Wait, why is there a max capacity for this dojo? And there's more. The person who completes the 3 trials will receive the secret armor of this dojo. Ooh, a secret set of armor. I want it. Heh, that's the spirit. Now, let me explain the first trial. Aw, but Master, you haven't given me my uniform yet. Why does that kid get a uniform but not me? It's not fair. Oh dear, do you really not have a uniform? My bad, my bad. That's easy to fix though. I have another uniform right here for you, Clara. Hee the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Clara got a dojo uniform. Huh? What was that? What? It's gone. Where'd my dojo uniform go? Huh? That speed. Was it really the Slowpoke? I've never seen any Slowpoke move so fast. They actually have maxed out EVs for EVs and IVs for speed, and when you face them in battle, they are at +6 speed from the start of the battle. Hey, give it back! Give me my dojo uniform! Hey, get back here! Oops, guess I let them out of their Pokeballs a little too soon. Master, what's up with those Slowpoke? This is the first trial, my students. You've all got to chase after those fast Slowpoke, trained with care by little old me. But that's not all. You need to defeat them too. And while you're at it, could you get Clara's dojo uniform back? Aw, do we have to? Well, that's that. Do your best, you lot. I don't want to change back into my usual clothes. No need to change. Time to chase down those fast Slowpoke. No, time to save and heal and close for today. Alright. So that's going to be all for today. So, we've got an interesting thing going so far. What's our most common move type we've got here? Let's see. Looks like normal is the most common move type. And then we've got 2 uses of both dig and coaching. And then most commonly we use physical moves. That's interesting. So, that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.